If Janis Joplin, the very popular American singer of the 1960s, if she were to come alive today, she would have to tweak a few lines in her very popular song. It would go something like this: "Oh Lord, won't you buy me a long wheelbase Mercedes Benz?" Yes, we are talking about a long wheelbase E-Class Mercedes Benz, the first of its kind in India and first of its kind in the world because it's a right-hand drive. This is the Motown India show and my name is Roy P. Tharyan. Most importantly, bhaiyon aur behno, mitro, Mr. Modi would be a very happy man because this car is going to be made in India. To begin with, the new car is over 5 meters in length, which is around 184 millimeters longer than the current version of the E-Class. And it has a wheelbase of 3079 mm, which essentially means it's 205 millimeters more than the current E-Class, which also means it's 50% more rear space than the current one. The new E-Class gets its own signature twin LED daylight running lights, which is quite exciting to look at. And the tail lights are also LED. The car also has a panoramic sunroof and of course sits on very handsome 17-inch 10-spoke light alloy wheels. This car comes in both petrol and diesel variants. The more powerful variant, which is the one shown here, gets the 3-liter diesel V6 with 258 horsepower and 620 Newton-meter of peak torque. Both the engines are mated to a 9G Tronic auto gearbox with paddle shifts as standard.
The massive V6 engine behaves according to the dynamic settings of the car chosen by the driver. In the sport mode, it gets swifter and suspensions tweak itself to get a lot more solid, unlike in the comfort and eco modes where the car simply behaves more sedately to give out better fuel efficiency. Apart from its great drive abilities, one feature that stands out with the car is the air body control or adaptive air suspension, which once activated through the press of a button on the console enables the car to be raised by 25 mm. But then as the vehicle begins to climb to speeds above 80 km per hour, the car comes down by 15 mm automatically. The new 5th generation E-Class from Mercedes Benz India is not all about speed, power and torque. It is a lot about indulgence. Where else in the world will you find in a car a rear seat so spacious and an ambient lighting with 64 different shades for your cabin that light up areas on the dashboard, under the front seats, on the door trims, etc. The diesel variant also comes with an additional front door illuminated sill.
But the moment I step in, I realize there's a little irritating problem, and that is the area in the footwell for the driver. Ideally, on a personal level, I would like this dead pedal to be a little more further away from this foot. It should have been a little away. Now I feel a little too close to the foot which operates the accelerator and the brake. The very purpose of a long wheelbase car is that it creates tremendous amount of space in the rear. For the rich person who's sitting in the seat at the back has so much of space for himself. And a set of buttons here, if you watch, this is a chauffeur package button. Once it starts glowing, it means these adjustments are meant for the seat in front. Now if you notice, I'm pushing it and the seat is getting reclined, you know. Once this is off, that means these switches out here will be adjusting the seat I'm sitting on. So I can, to some extent, push my seat in front if I want to be upright, or push it at the back in a more relaxed way, and my headrest too can be adjusted from here.
While the front area has 2 climate zones for the driver and the co-passenger, the entire rear area has 1 climate zone, which can be adjusted with the tweak of 2 switches which take care of your fan speed and temperature. But what really is horribly missing are the controls for the 13-speaker Burmester sound system in the car, which can only be controlled from the front. That is really disappointing. But once you are in the driver's seat, you realize the amount of chic attributes that comfort you. Besides, of course, the large number of switches with either different or common functions. The dash area is made of stitched article which find their way into the plush seats too. The dash has a smart analog clock, giving the car a retro touch. The console area is of wood trim in piano black finish. The steering wheel with paddle shifts can be adjusted for rake and reach electrically, and what makes this car unique is the fact that even the steering has two touchpads on either sides of it. The left one controls the display of the 12.3-inch screen on the dash, while the right one controls the display in the 7.4 inches area in the instrument cluster, where one can set the trip meter, see the fuel average, etc. Apart from this, the steering has the usual buttons to adjust sound and receive, reject and mute phone calls. The larger touchpad in the console area also serves the purpose of changing the setting on the 12.3-inch screen, and so does the large knob. Two scroll buttons on the console help to change the dynamic drive settings of the car, while the other simply helps to increase and decrease the volume of the sound system. The screen now also gets Android Auto and Apple CarPlay smartphone connectivity.
The car has a huge boot space of more than 500 liters, but the unfortunate part of this is that the spare wheel is mounted right on top.
The new E-Class from Mercedes Benz is definitely a car that offers absolute indulgence. Now we have one more thing that the Chinese have, apart from the numbers we share when it comes to population.
We just finished driving this 5th generation new E-Class from Mercedes Benz in this beautiful state of Goa. I'm sure you would be impressed by the roominess it has to offer and of course the way it drives. If you have liked our video, do not forget to like and share this. And most important, if you're not subscribed to the Motown India channel, do so. We love you as much as you love us. And most important, drive safe. Take care.
So like we told you in our launch video, what's new on the 2017 Honda City, we're getting up close and personal with it, and I'm kind of loving it.